Good day everyone, and welcome to today's video. I am back from my assignment, obviously, and the break from the channel. And I thought, what better way to bring the channel back? That was a weird glitch then. Better way to bring the actual channel back is with a subscriber request from ItsFilips. Now, he probably thinks I'm ignoring him from subscriber requests. Don't worry, mate. I'm not. It's just I've had a lot to obviously do for my assignment, and well, I just haven't got time to play all that much anymore, mate. But even if I don't have time for War Thunder specifically, I do jump on Warframe, which I'm thinking of adding to the channel at some point as maybe a test bed. It's basically like Destiny, but we can have vehicles in the game, which are pretty cool. Anyway, less about Warframe, and let's get into the plane. So he requested the A5M4, which I haven't flown this thing in God knows how long. I don't even remember how it flies. This thing was, well, it's battle rated 1.3 and it was a naval aircraft. Now, it was armed with two 7.7 Type NNI machine guns, which fire very fast, so I'm probably not going to get many kills, but even so, it's just something that ItsFilips requested, and well, it's a lower tier Japanese aircraft, so you won't see too much. That's too high class compared to the worst you'll see is a P40, which I believe this thing did fight in China. Didn't go very well, but even so. So anyway, let's go over the aircraft's armament, armor, if it's got any, and things like that. So we'll start with the engine. It's a decent engine for its time. This was a 1934 aircraft, I think it was. 718 horsepower at WEP, 619 without WEP. Not too bad. This propels this thing to about 270 miles an hour. Like I say, I flew this thing in arcade. I've never flown in an RB, so you're about to see my first flight, so to speak, in RB. Obviously, this thing's already spaded. Obviously, armor. It's an early Japanese plane. These things were not designed to have armor. They just weren't. They were designed for range. That's why there's so many fuel tanks spread across the wings and things like that. The machine guns aren't very powerful. The turret rate, if I remember it from the old arcade days, was actually pretty decent. It could match the Key 27 Otsu in most areas. Now, there is one area which I am very confused about this aircraft, and that is well, the sort of telescope. And do apologize if you can hear a motorbike outside. I have got the windows open because my PC is running hot. I hate it when motorcycles go past, but hey ho, things happen. I'm not sure what this is, but it seems like a telescopic sight of some description. Like I say, I can't really zoom in all that much, but even so. The pilot also gets a telescopic sight as well, which looks at a Sudoku puzzle, which I think is quite rather hilarious, but even so. Anyway, let's get into the flight, so to speak. Now, Dark Angel has warned me that this plane does have, well, low-tier Japanese planes in general do have very long queue times. So I probably will cut it out if it takes too long. But I don't mind flying early Japanese planes. Like, I love the Key 21. I like the Key 45 Co. Planes like that, I will gladly fly to for you guys. It's just the higher tier Japanese planes I'm not the biggest fan of. The JTM3 I'll gladly use, but even so. But yes, if you guys ever want to try and take me on in a match, I always play on the EU server, never anything else. The only time I play on the US server is if I'm playing with Killer Tigger and his friends, because they're both from America. That is the only time you'll see me on the US server. Other than that, I will be sticking to EU. But yes, as we can see by the number waiting for battle, Japanese planes don't really play all that much. There's a good reason why. They're not the greatest, but they're not the best either. Well, not the worst, shall I say. Obviously, I am spaded. I haven't flown this thing since arcade, so that's nearly... Let me think now. That's nearly 3.5 years since I've flown this aircraft because I've just never used it. I spaded it in arcade as I was growing up the Japanese line. And, well, obviously the Japanese tree has changed a lot over the years. You've got planes such as D4Ys, KI-100 in here, KI-44s, M1K Kyofu. Planes like this were not in the game when I was spading all these Japanese planes. I got to around rank 2 and absolutely adored the Ki 43s. And then that was really it. I didn't play Japan all that much. And then obviously when I started spading more, as I'm going to show you now, I did start to play Japanese a bit more. Obviously, I've still got the 76 Jumbo to do at this time. I still have the what's the word? I still have loads of German vehicles to do. A couple of Russians, a couple of British, because British teams suck at the moment. Japan, I've not got all that much to do. It's mostly jets and high tier props. Italy, Tipper, or the M4 Tipper. Do apologize about that. 1 second. And for France, I've only got the high tier tanks. Yeah, this is taking a while. I'm going to do the old trick, see if I can erase that. So I was just sensing Richie D there on Discord. And we are finally in a game, ladies and gentlemen, after nearly 10 minutes of waiting. Consolidation of positions on Sicily. Obviously, I would have been rambling during the cut because I will be cutting that entire waiting sequence out because that was boring as all hell. But the one Achilles heel of Japanese planes is your waiting times. They bloody suck. Dark Angel would know about that. Okay. And we're full opted, like I predicted! Oh, dear Christ. What's that? Okay, never mind. Okay, so we are finally in a game, and naturally we're fully opted. Joys! And there's a Ki 27 Utsu right behind me, which is basically the same thing as this. Just this is a navalized aircraft. I don't like the way he's flying at the moment. I'm watching you, kiddo. And he's added me to his friends list. I don't even know who you are, kiddo. Oh, I bet he's one of those people who just auto-friends people who are auto-squadded with him. Well, Cubic, if you watch this video, mate, unfortunately, I don't accept squad mate requests, well, friend requests from just random people. You have to get to know me first, and then I will see if you are worthy enough. And judging by your flying, I'm guessing you're a low level. Yes, you are. Level 20... Oh, sorry. Why did I say 20? Level 7. I don't know why he's just following me and flying like an idiot, but that's his choice. There's a BB-1 over there trying to be a fighter. I mean, it's doable. Honestly though, people, I was waiting nearly 10 minutes for this match. It's the one thing that throws me off about low-tier Japanese planes is waiting times. They just suck. It's because Gaijin just wants to fully up-tier me because I'm a good player. But what they don't know is that I haven't flown this plane in about 3 years, so as you can imagine, I'm probably going to be very rusty unless it's like the Ki 27, in which case I'll be perfectly fine. Now, when ItsFilips actually requested this plane, I was actually quite surprised because, well, I've never seen one in RB. Why would people want me to fly it? But I always listen to my subs, and I always make sure that you guys are entertained and you have your choices. depicted. Now what I'm going to do is, at some point, I will show off my tech trees progression, so I can show you what I've been getting up to, and there's the BB1. I will show you what I've been getting up to, what kind of planes and tanks that I have, so you can suggest them, and things like that. That's what I want to do. I just want you guys to pick a plane, pick a tank, maybe even do a combo series we could do. And there goes the Japanese guns, working very well there. Not. Yeah, this thing flies like the Ki-27 Otsu, which is a good thing, because I like that plane. Yes, I've never actually flown this thing in RB. That's one of my... This is one of the few Japanese planes I've ever not actually flown in RB. I think he's dropping his payload and then he's going to try and dogfight us. He's now firing his tail machine gunner, that's fine. I know the BB-1's defensive angles. Just got to watch him now. Okay, we can spike him here. I think I got... No, I didn't get his gunner, that's a shame. Obviously, we are far more maneuverable than him. Now, where did he go? Oh, he's trying to turn fight me. Still a mistake, lad. You should never turn fight this plane. And we got him. Lovely. Something tells me he's a stat padder, just by looking at that flying. No, he is not. He's level 12. Sorry, did I say 12? Level 10 is what I meant to say. That was some unusual flying for that kind of level. That's for certain, but even so, no harm in it. Apologies about that, just answering another question by Richie D from my Discord. Obviously, I turned off Discord notifications whenever I fly, because sometimes I get spammed, and it is very annoying. Whether that be memes or something like that. Now then, we need some altitude. We've got a J1N1 over there who's doing something. I don't know. It's a... There's a D4Y1 tailgating a I-153. And it seems the thermodynamics on this aircraft are pretty bad. I want to focus that P-36G, and we're going to go back up. Turns out there's two P-36Gs, that's perfectly fine. You've got some unusual flying skills for your kind of rank, buddy. Now the Hawk's pretty maneuverable, so got to focus that. Got his engine, beautiful. And our team is dying, that's nothing new. And I think he's going down. I think he's just landed the plane. There's an I-16, which this thing would have fought in the Battle of Khalkhin Gol, if this thing saw service there, of course. What is that doe doing? Have you noticed how that doe's going screaming for my my P-36 kill? That's kill number 2. Lovely jubbly. How many's left? We've got a bomber. We've got this I-16. Now I would strafe the P-36 because technically it counts as a scout, so I'm going to do that. Done. Gets rid of him. He can no longer scout the aircrafts on our team. What is this J1N1 doing? He should have him by now. And there goes the I-16. And now the J1N1 kill steals it. That was scummy, mate. That really was scummy. Okay, now we're going to go for some ground targets. Unfortunately, we lost the doe 17Z7. That's unfortunate, but hey ho, crap happens. I see something taken off from the airfield. I think it's that SB2M. Yeah, this thing fires very similarly to the Key 27. I wouldn't be surprised if it's got the exact same flight model. It's just, I'd love to know what that telescope thing is under the fuselage, under the right gear leg. Or next to the right gear leg. It'd be nice to see. There we are, SB2M. Obviously that thing can outrun us, technically. And the second I get close, he does the scummy thing and turns to his airfield. And it's one of these players, isn't it? I'm just going to break off. Let's have a look at his level. Level 25, clearly someone who loves exploiting mechanics. Seriously though, Gaijin, can you please get rid of the AAA? Like, don't get rid of it, just nerf it into the freaking ground, because this is getting ridiculous now. I swear this is like the 20th time I've encountered players like this. Well, it feels more than that. I think he's either returning the base to land, or he's just being an idiot. Probably the latter. It's just people like this do it to be, well, there's another word for it, arseholes. And this guy's a stat padder, so he probably doesn't care. That's fine, mate. It's only an AA truck, I'm not all that bothered. I'll just let the team know. The smart thing for him to do would just be to J out, because he's going to waste our time, he's going to get me annoyed. And well, people that do that are just absolute scum. That Key 45's done absolutely nothing until now. He's trying to kill some ground targets. This SP2M pilot is an absolute scumbag. What's his name? He's going on my hit list. Jacob29096. If you see this video, mate, you are on my hit list, just giving you fair warning, because that is a scummy move. The second I got close to you for interception work, you just immediately scream back to your airfield. It's scummy, dude. Now, technically, the Key 27 Otsu in the main game should have access to some small bombs. I think they're 25 kilogram or they're even 250 kilogram. Unfortunately, we do not see this in game, and there's two nice ground targets for me. Lovely. Just watching that Key 45 because I know what allied pilots or enemies would like. Oh, sorry, teammates. Your teammates are just as dangerous as your allies, or your enemies, just to warn you. Now, the one thing to maintain about this thing is that it does gain altitude very quickly. But obviously I'm pulling up to a much steeper climb than what you would expect. Yep, Jacob's camping the runway. And a second Zigga Zagga bum gets close, he's probably going to J out on the airfield. Being a PS4 player, I'm surprised he even lacks the intelligence, or has the intelligence to sit on that airfield. And he got him, beautiful. So now, I'm going to, well, I'll report him after the recording's done, it's just easier. But yeah, I hope this is a nice little outing for the A5M4. I liked it. I mean, it's a nice little plane. It's just the waiting times. 2 air kills, 2 ground targets. I'll take that. Yes, I hope that clears anything up on the Key 20, or not the Key 27. I'm going to call it that now. Hope that was a good little flyout for you, ItsFilips, of the A5M4. And yes, I am back. We are back to normal schedule. Promise you that. Obviously, because of this assignment hitting me where it did and how long it is, it's probably gonna slow the channel a little bit for the most part. I then don't have any assignments for a month, or just over a month, oh sorry, under a month. Then we've got one assignment, then there's one more plus exams, which I don't know when are happening yet. And then it's on to year 2 for my course, which will probably be even harder, but I'll work around you guys. I'll obviously do everything in my power to do things for you. And obviously, subscriber requests I will listen to. If you've got any subscriber requests, just drop them in the comments and I will listen. I will take out anything and I will go through the tech trees that I have at some point. Anyway, I'll let you guys off. Hope you enjoyed today's video and I will catch you all on the next one.